Right. So by now we have Django working on our or we have able to serve on our local environment. Now we want to deploy. So first things first, we need to make some changes to our settings files. Specifically, we need to add this. So this allows our application to use the database provided by Heroku. Okay. So we just need to do this, and this is the part that we need, right? Unless we already have in our this, if you have not set up your static files, then you probably need that as well. This is a fresh project. We haven't set up our projects file as well. Okay, so if you have set up your settings file for your static files, then don't do this. Don't copy all of it, just copy what you need. Which if you haven't, then do that. So now, just need to delete this part since it's already provided. So this line 102, which has the static URL, is already provided here. So you can now just delete these lines, they're no longer needed. Okay, good to go. So we have this so we have 8 complaining about an extra space there. Okay, good to go. So so far so good. We've set up our settings. Now it can use what was given there. Next step, we need to look into our WSGI file, which we now need to put in ceiling. CLNG is just, it's a C++ interpreter, right? So you're just gonna run this part. Now of course it's important for us to check and confirm. So this is just here, a WSGI file. So maybe you might want to consider first loading this, and then loading this part. If this part works, then you need to load. If it doesn't pass, then you don't need to do anything. So that's very easy to do. So the first thing you're gonna do is you're just gonna try it out. So just gonna use exception. So you're gonna try. If this works, then do this. If it doesn't work, then you need to catch that exception, and you're not going to do anything about it. So you're just going to pass. Okay, so let's bring this to book, make it work. Awesome. Don't particularly like this space, neither do I like this one or this one. So let's see if Flake complaints. Okay, so Flake complains about line 18, that one, line 21, which should not be catch, but should rather be exception. So accept. Okay, good to go. Alright, so application will get set. If ceiling is not available, if ceiling is available, then it will be set like this. If it's not available, then we just do it like this. Right, so far so good. And right, so we need to ignore some files which are not needed. Instead of using this, I think we can just use what is on Git. So just need to look for Python files to ignore. So just look for Python Git ignore. An easier way than cramming that entire URL. So I look into that, we come right here, get all this content, right? All this content, just copy it. Okay, so once you're done with that, you just need to create a .ignore file. Just create a .gitignore file, and it needs to be in the root of our application. As I say, that's why our manage.py file is. So you're gonna go right ahead and create a new file called .gitignore. Okay, so let's do that. I want to see this file. See. Create this file here. Okay, then you're gonna paste in all that you have taken from that Git file. Okay, you write it out. Okay, so now once it's there, so our app is now ready to be committed. So now we can go right ahead and create our Git file. So now start our git init once again. Okay, so then we check out what do we have. These are our files. We're ignoring all unnecessary files. Then we're gonna commit it. So first of all, you need to add all of it. You need to add everything. Then you're gonna commit. And we're just gonna call this our first commit or initial commit, whichever makes the most sense for you. Okay. So far so good. So now we have our git file working. Then now we need to create our heroku. So to deploy, all you need to do is just run heroku create. So that's just heroku create. Then you wait for it. Now when you check out your remote, you can actually see there's a new remote here. Okay, so you need to push to that. Okay, so you can find the instructions for pushing to that here. So here is how you create it, and this is how you push it. Okay, then we wait for it. So this process will primarily depend on the length, how big your application is, and the speed of your internet as it currently stands. Okay, so wait for this process to continue. I've had to restart it so that you can get it. Alright, so once you're done, you should see something that looks like this, and it will tell you the exact link to which your app is deployed, which you can now check on your browser. Just need to copy that part, check it out. Okay, so now there you have it. Your application is deployed. Okay, so that has been success. That has worked for you. Let's try it out and get our application live.